Hey YouTube! This is Super Zemus and welcome back to Let's Play Final Fantasy II! Alright, I went back to live commentary, viewers, but my opinions on post-commentary. Honestly, I'm not all that opposed to it. It has its advantages and disadvantages, just like live commentary, but I don't have enough practice with it. If I did have more practice with it, I would probably do post-commentary more often, but I would have to get used to it, and I plan to do it. Maybe once in a while I will do post-commentary again, but for right now I'm sticking with live commentary because, well, I'm used to it and it's much easier for me. So, anyway, we have lots to do today, viewers. It's our 101 class! We're gonna have a lot of tutorials today, viewers, so why don't we jump right into it? Right over here. Here we are. It's the Sigil room where we got healed up. So anyway, let's get started with this guy. There's 10 tutorials in total, and I will go over all of them. First one is the flee command. I won't be having them explain it, I'll explain it to you guys. So, the flee command. Just like pretty much every Final Fantasy, lets you flee. Oh, and you can use if you press L and R at the same time, or simultaneously, you can flee as well. However, you need to have a good agility. If you don't have good agility, you're not going to be able to run, so keep that in mind. Alright, next is treasure. Honestly, you know treasure. Treasure chests, treasure everywhere. It's how it's been all the time. And I want you to know, viewers, there is going to be a lot of crap, especially at the beginning of the game. But once we get later on, and especially at the end of the game, there's gonna be a lot, I mean a lot of good stuff. So we'll just have to be patient till then, until we get the good stuff. Alright, also, one thing you should note about chests, sometimes it can contain a monster in a box. Basically, there's going to be monsters hiding in them. But if you do manage to beat that monster, you will get good loot out of it. There is lots of good stuff out of it. So keep that in mind as well. Next up, about monsters. Well, what do you not know about monsters? Monsters are the enemies of the game, but, well, not like Crusader of Senti. I mean, they were good guys in that. But anyway, things I should go over. You already know the weaknesses. Aqua enemies, weak to lightning, fire to ice, ice to fire. Also, the turtles are weak to ice as well. Also, I should go over, undead is weak to fire and curative items. But do not use drain magic on them. If you do some sort of draining things on them, it will end up hurting you and healing them, so do not do that. It just reverses the effect. Keyturn. I went over that last time. I'll go over it a little bit again. You'll learn a memory word, so that'd be red words. Ask, you ask the word to the person. Items, you use an item you have in your inventory. I didn't go over that, but sometimes there's going to be key items that you'll have to show to the person. So remember that as well. Next up, formation. Well, I guess I should go over this. Let's go to our little menu here. Formation, you can send your enemies, or not enemies, but characters to front and back. And front row characters, they can attack with any weapon. However, they are the ones who receive the attacks. Back row characters do not. The front row get the attacks first. Back row, though, the only way they can be damaged is if they get attacked with magical abilities or a bow, or all the front row characters have been knocked out. Then they'll go after the back row. Also, they can only attack with bows and magic. So keep that in mind as well. So, back row and front row have their advantages and disadvantages, just like live and post commentary. Anyway, also, another thing you should note, you must have one character in the front row at all times. Alright, next guy. A lesson in magic. Don't mind if I do. I will go over this right now. Alright, you already know white magic is the healing and support and black is the offensive magic, but you already knew that. But what I'm going to teach you is the learning and progressing of the magic. This is much different than pretty much every Final Fantasy game out there. In this game, you learn magic by buying tomes or finding tomes in chests. You basically go to your inventory, get the tome out, and teach it to your characters there. Let's see, what else? They can learn both kinds of magics, but they can only learn 16 spells at the maximum. If you have 16 spells and you want to learn a spell really badly, you will have to go into your magic inventory, and then you have to discard one of the magic spells. So yeah, just keep that in mind. But you can relearn the spell later, but it'll start back at level 1, which goes into my next thing, leveling up magic. Well, basically these magic comes in levels. You level up your magic just like you do with your stats and everything, but I'll go over that later. You'll understand a little bit later about the stats, but magic, by leveling up, to level up your magic, you need to use your magic. Just keep using your magic and it'll level up. The MP cost of the magic, however, yeah, you notice how we have MP. But the MP cost is, the spell costs its level. So if, say it's at level 5, it'll cost 5 MP. Level 7 costs 7 MP. Level 1, 1 MP. It's as simple as that. So keep that in mind. Which also brings me to my next, well, I'll get there when I get there. It's about Cure. The spell Cure. It's one of those different spells. Alright, that's pretty much it for magic. I'll go over a little bit more later. Armor! Oh, whoops, I just went through all that. Let me skip through that. Okay, anyway, armor. There are 4 different kinds of armor. Pretty easy to remember. But the one I want, helms, gauntlets, and body armor, they increase your defense like almost every JRPG. Shields are just like shields. You can equip them, and it's one-handed. You can equip them, and it's one-handed. So you can also equip a one-handed weapon along with it. But be careful because it does affect the damage output you deal. So remember that. Now let's go over weapons. There are 7 different kinds of weapons. Swords, spears, staves, axes, knives, bows, and unarmed. Swords, spears, staves, axes, and knives are all one-handed weapons and can be equipped with a shield. See, like, Firion has a sword. I could equip a shield on Guy, because axes are one-handed weapons. So, yeah, but the problem is, if you do equip a shield, the weapon's damage is lessened, the attack power is lessened, so that's that. Bows, however, are a different story. They're basically two-handed weapons. You cannot equip a shield if you have a bow. But the good thing about it, though, is that bows can attack from the back row, like I said with the formation. So that's nice. Unarmed. Unarmed, basically, see how Guy's left hand is a hands? Basically, if I unequip the axe, he would be unarmed. He can punch the enemies. But you can equip a shield if you're unarmed, but it very much decreases your attack power. So, recommendation, if you want to go unarmed, do not equip a shield. Alright, that's it for that. Now the last 2 guys. This will be this will be depth. I'll go in depth in this. Skill levels and stats. These are important to know if you want to get through the game. If you notice, as I said, this is not your average Final Fantasy. There is no EXP in this game, or levels at all. No levels. Instead, you have skill levels. As you can see, basically your weapons and shield can improve. Not you, well, yeah, you, but not like as a regular JRPG. Instead, we have skill levels. Weapon skill levels, they will increase, they will improve if you attack. So, keep attacking, it'll improve the skill level. What else? If a level goes up for the skill, its attack and accuracy will go up. So, recommendation here, as you can see, they're all at level 1 skill for each weapon. Once you equip a weapon, and you start using it, I will recommend keeping that weapon for the rest of the game. That is my recommendation to you. So, choose any weapon you like, but do not switch later on, because it may say, some weapons may say it'd be stronger if you equip it, but that is just not necessary. It's just not true at all, because your skill level really makes you stronger, not the attack power of the weapon. It may help, but the real strength lies in your skill. Good insight for life, too. I guess. Maybe. Whatever. What else should I do? Oh. Now, also, weapons are not the only thing that has skill levels. Oh, by the way, shield, just use a shield and it'll improve eventually, along with your weapon. So, yeah, that's that. Magic, however, also has skill levels. I think I already explained it a little bit, that, by casting magic, you will improve the skill level of the magic, so, and it'll affect how strong the magic is. So, yeah, keep that in mind as well. Last one, stats. This is going to be a long tutorial. All I basically have to say to begin with, though, fighting improves your stats. Instead of EXP, though, you improve your stats, what's the word for it? Independently? Each stat improves independently, I guess. So, you see, press A and you can toggle your stats. So, I guess I should go over it. HP. I'm gonna go over the different stats. You got HP, you already know, hit points. MP, magic points. You already knew that. Strength is basically how much attack power you have. Spirit is how good your white magic would be. Intelligence is how good your black magic will be. Stamina is how much defense you have. Agility, basically, how should I put it? Improves your odds of fleeing. And also evading, I think, at that matter as well. Magic is casting magic. How well all magic is, basically. Magic defense, as you can see, evasion's also above it, but magic defense is how well you can take a hit from a magical attack. So that's that. Let me go over how to improve those stats, though, because it's a little bit different than skill level. To improve your HP, you must lose HP. That'll improve your HP. MP, same principle. Lose MP, you improve your MP. Your maximum, that is. Strength. Strength, it is improved by attacking. If you attack, you're good. Spirit, you improve that by casting white magic. Intelligence, you improve that by casting black magic. Stamina, by receiving damage, physical damage, you can improve your stamina. Your agility, attacks, if you have an attack targeted towards you, that will improve your agility. To improve your magic, cast magic. Simple as that. Magic defense is by, taking a hit from magical attacks. Just like stamina, magic defense is that same principle. So, let's see, what else do I want to go over? Oh, also, you see under Firion HP MP, he's right-handed. which means equipment-wise, you want to equip your main weapon in his hand that he's good with. So, Firion, you want to equip it in the right hand. Let's see here. As you can see, they're all right-handed, but if they're left-handed, you want to equip their main weapon in their left hand. So, as simple as that. So, with that, I think that's all the stat talking and all the tutorials I need to go through, besides, well, the shops and the battle system. So, time to go through that. Yep, this video's not over yet, viewers. We have a while to go. So, let's get started. The Inn. Pretty simple. You already know you rest up here. But there's something much different about the Inn than probably every other Final Fantasy game. Unlike every other Final Fantasy game, this inn price, all inn prices, are not a fixed price. Let's see. How would I say this? To rest up at the inn, it costs 1 gil for each HP and MP loss. So let's say Maria lost 3 HP and 1 MP, Firion lost 1 HP. So, in total, Maria lost 3 HP, 3 gil, 1 MP adds to that, 4 gil. Firion also lost 1 HP, 5 gil. So basically, that's how it works. So, naturally, since I have perfect health in MP, naturally, it costs 0 gil to rest up. Just so you know. So, that's pretty much it for the inn. Next, armor shop. You can buy armor there. Next, weapon shop. You can buy weapons here. Magic shop. You can buy magic here. Magic tomes, that is. So, if you buy that, you get the tome and you can learn it and start using that magic and leveling it up. That's pretty easy, actually. Sanctuary. Let's go in here. Nice music. But talk to this god statue and she'll revive all your dead party members. Last one. Item shop. Let's go over here. The item shop, you buy items here and, well, you got your average potion, high potion, eye drops, and antidotes. What else we got? Cross, mallet, maiden's kiss, and gold needle. Cross, it removes curse. Mallet removes amnesia. Maiden's kiss removes toad, and gold needle removes stone. Let's see, potion stores a little bit of HP. High potion, more HP. Eye drops cures darkness stat. Antidote cures poison stat. Okay, last guy. Phoenix Down revives a knocked out ally. Finally, we can use Phoenix Downs. Didn't get that luxury. Well, we did in Final Fantasy 1 Dawn of Souls, but not the original Final Fantasy. So yeah, we get that luxury now. Ethers. It restores your MP. Cottage. It's basically an elixir, but can only be used outside. Elixirs restores all HP and MP, so that's nice. So yeah, each item shop always has 3 vendors. So that's pretty much it for all the stores. So might as well buy some stuff, right? So what I want to do, viewers, here's our shopping list for today. Let's go to the weapon shop. We want to buy 1 buckler, 3 leather caps, 3 leather gloves, and that's it for armor. Next, we want to go to the magic store, and we want to buy... Let's get there. We want to buy the cure tome. Alright, that's pretty much it. Your total cost will be 390 gil. Reason I don't want to buy any weapons is I like to keep the weapons I already have. So, Firion will always have the sword, Maria will have the bow, and Guy will have the axe for pretty much the rest of the game. Alright, that's pretty much it for that. Alright, what else? Oh, also, let's go to the stats and check this out. So, according to the stats, depends on what magic I want to teach my people. So, Maria has the highest intelligence stat out of all of these guys. So, naturally, I want to give her the black magic, because that'll strengthen her black magic. Guy, on the other hand, he's much more suited for attacking and tanking, basically. So, I'm not going to teach him any magic, but I will eventually teach him Cure, mainly because I like the spell Cure and it's very much needed. So, naturally, that leaves Firion with the role of White Mage. So, let's give him the Cure tome there. Firion, but Firion will get the Cure, so keep that in mind. Also, you want to use Cure sparingly, mainly because you don't want to spend so much MP for your for healing up. Don't want to spend that much, because, well, MP is going to be scarce in this game. Wee bit scarce. So keep that in mind. Also, equipment, I want to equip Firion with a leather cap and leather gloves. Maria, I want to equip with leather cap and leather gloves. And the reason I bought the buckler is for Guy. I want to give him the buckler, leather cap, and leather gloves. So, that's it for equipping and everything. Eventually, I will be getting rid of the shields and going to just two one-handed weapons, except for Maria, but that's later, viewers. So, well, that's it. But one more thing. One last tutorial, viewers, or technically two, but it's all in the same relative area. Do not go all the way down south. Just like the Power-Up Peninsula in Final Fantasy I, there are enemies there that will crush you. You literally cannot deal any damage to them, so beware. Anyway, we want to go over the battle system, so let's walk around and get into a battle with our first new enemy, the first enemy of the game, the Leg Eater. Nothing really special about them except they're going to attack you. Yay! Anyway, you get the idea of attack magic items and flee. So anyway, that's that. However, things I need to go over. In a battle, there can be up to 8 enemies. Only the first 2 rows will attack. So, and naturally, being that they're the only ones that can attack, you can only attack the first 2 rows. It's basically like the front row, back row thing. So, but magic reaches all. So, that's that. And also the back row, the last 2 rows, they cannot attack unless you beat them, unless you kill off the front row. So, why don't we go and kill these guys off? Nuts, I missed. What? Why am I missing? Anyway, let's just get through this battle. And I'm gonna show off this battle music. One of my favorites in the Final Fantasy series. I really love this battle music, I tell you. Alright, got him. They go down really easily. Yeah, but I really love the battle music in this game, so... Anyway, we get 87 gil. That's an awful lot. Yep, and because I lost HP, Guy naturally gains HP. Well, you have to lose a decent amount to be able to gain HP. But anyway, as you noticed, there's no EXP in this game. All you get from winning a battle is gil and skill. And stats, but that doesn't rhyme with gil and skill. Anyway, last thing I need to go over. Grinding advice. You can't just, well, you can, but it's gonna take a long time, but basically, you have to go through battles and just do certain tasks to be able to grind, and it takes a long time to grind in this game. But anyway, to gain HP, I recommend attacking yourself. By attacking yourself, you lose a lot of HP, and you can gain HP that way. So just go into battle and just attack yourself. Best way. MP, just keep casting magic. And basically with all the rest of the stats, just do what you need to do to... I already went over it, just do what you need to do to gain the stats and the skill levels. And just repeat that battle after battle, and you'll eventually grind up to max, well, not max, but a decent level. So, that's all the tutorials. Wow, that was near 20, that's pretty much a 25-minute episode right there, so... Well, now, viewers, there's something I'm gonna do. I'm gonna do some grinding of my own. So, off-screen, I am going to grind... I'm gonna grind so I can get enough money so I can buy the Fire Tome, Ice Tome, and Fire Tome, Blizzard Tome, and Thunder Tome. And I'll give all those to Maria for next time, alright? And other than that, I guess that's pretty much it. So I'll gain enough gil for that. And, things I want my skill level for my weapons. I want them to be at probably level 3. A skill level of 3. And my stats will be where they're at. And my HP I want to be at around probably over 175. Over 175 for each character. And MP-wise, for the people who have MP, I want to get at around probably over 30 MP for the characters who use magic. So, for next time on Let's Play Final Fantasy II, I'll be doing all that grinding off screen, and I'll meet you inside the town. So, this is Super Zemus, and I'll see you guys next time. Have a good one.